welcome to the highlights. Good day in store, perfect weather and the chance of an Australian declaration which will set England a target and give the Australians at the same time the opportunity to bowl them out. The scorecard 158 for 3 at the start of play. The not-out batsmen Border 31 and Jones 12. They were the men pulled off the field last night by the umpires. And the match situation at the start of this last day, Australia 329 runs ahead. The fifth-day-old pitch and the good weather conditions made it a very good thing for batting. The Australians needed quick runs. We join it now in the third over of the day. 11 have already been scored. Pringle is bowling to Border. That's perfectly placed. Barnett will just cut it off. Jones will come back for the third. Good running again. Good cricket too from Barnett. For wide.
It just shows that once the batsmen start making the effort to get after the bowlers, see Border looking to come down again at him, and well, there's no doubt about that being a genuine wide, and once again Jack Russell done for extras, but you can't really blame the keeper there.
Well, it's not really like the England bowlers to do this sort of thing.
Dean Jones threatening to go outside leg stump. Neil Foster thinking I'll follow him, but I wouldn't think Jack Russell's too impressed with the bowlers this morning. As I say, it kept a clean sheet until this morning, and now the ball's going all over the place.
And 4 more.
Well, that was a good delivery. And with a normal slip fielder there, that would probably have been a catch. But 4 more runs, and probably the slightly surprising thing is that Border's not decided to declare yet.
It's a beautiful hit. Well, it wasn't a case of bat on for half an hour, because the half hour's gone. It wasn't a case of reach the 200 mark, because that's gone as well. They're 203 for 3 now.
Oh, he's let the bat go there. That was a great shot. That's 4, and that's 50 now. Playing inside out there and letting one hand go off the bat in order to get maximum leverage with the other.
And again, showing how quick this outfield is. It was a full toss, and Border really slashing it away, but the deep man, Alan Lambert, square, hadn't very far to go, and didn't get anywhere near it. Very, very quick outfield indeed.
That'll be 4, and that'll be a lead of 400. And that's it. So, great importance attached by Alan Border to psychological barriers. That was what he was after. He got there pretty well this morning. It's 42 minutes batting. Australia going from 158 to 230. Chris Broad away, first boundary. Extra close fielder for Chris Broad, 2 on the leg side, close in.
Big shout. Chris Broad has gone. And we were just talking about his predilection for turning the ball on the onside, but you have to choose the ball that's off the stumps, not the one that's straight. And this is Terry Alderman, wicket to wicket yet again.
Very straight delivery from Terry Alderman here, and unfortunately the ball doesn't bounce at all.
17 for 1, first blood to Terry Alderman. and Kim Barnett is the new batsman. Very good run, sees Kim Barnett off the mark. Says thanks very much to Graham Gooch for backing up. Slower ball, well read, beautifully played. And this is why Alan Border delayed his declaration and made it really tough. Mark Taylor at first slip.
.50 up for England in their second innings, and those runs have come from 11 overs.
Hughes just explaining to Kim Barnett why he played that shot. Again, you see he's on that front foot very, very early, and that's good bowling. He really drove him onto the back foot, and really unlucky not to take his wicket there.
Alderman to Kim Barnett. Oh, that's out. Beautifully caught there at slip, and Kim Barnett gone with Alderman making the ball run away. Blow for England. Barnett out for 34, 67 for 2. That's Lamb away. Same sort of shot as he showed so many times in his first innings.
Terry Alderman this time a little full in length, and Alan Lamb not missing out. Beautiful cover drive there, and the ball racing away for 4.
Oh, that's out. Lamb gone in exactly the same way as first innings, caught by Boone off the bowling of Alderman. What a great double strike by the fast bowler there. Inside his first 2 overs after lunch, he's taken out Barnett and now Lamb. 77 for 3, England.
Alan Lamb again getting the bat out in front of the pad there, and the ball striking the inside edge, going up off the pad. Not a bad catch by Boone there, going to his right, up quite high, so he did quite well to hang on to that because the ball went quite quickly.
Campbell bowling to Gooch. Four runs.
One run, 100 comes up for England. 26 overs, but the crucial fact, 3 wickets have fallen. Four runs. Wonderful way in which Graham Gooch turned away from that, as if to disown the shot.
Well, that's a great way to play the game as a batsman, Headingley. Just foot to the ball, follow through. Thank you very much. 4 runs, don't bother running. Conserve your energy for the next ball.
Well, that was a stroke, but it was a half volley too, and Gooch doesn't miss those. 2 long half volleys in this over. Both hit for straight 4s, and that brings up Graham Gooch's half century.
A repeat of that previous 4, just a little bit wider than the other one. Fielder just getting a touch on it, but all in vain.
And a very slow, confused bit of cricket, that.
Yeah, a bit of losing that ball from Lawson, a very slack shot from Gower, one-handed. Actually hitting the ball and not falling far short of the keeper. Now, that really would have been a slack shot to get out of there by Gower. Look at that, just one hand, and that's an unbelievable stroke by David Gower.
That's nicely played by Gower. And he did well, Hughes, there. He was just about to step over with the ball in his hand and popped it back inside the rope. A little bit of conjuring on the boundary. Oh, that's well played too. Merv Hughes has to dash in the opposite direction. He gave it the lot. In vain. He gave it the feet, the trousers, the legs.
It's a beautifully timed stroke and delightful position too. And that's 4. Well, it almost looks as though Gower has decided now that he's seen enough, played himself in, and the strokes will flow. Oh, what a good catch. Now Lawson brought the man in on the leg side there. That's twice in this game. Lawson has picked up Gower down the leg side. A calculated plan, but not always does it come off.
David Gower's played 1 or 2 casual shots down that leg side, and again, a little bit casual. He'll be very disappointed in that, and England now back in dire trouble again.
And he's caught. That's the 5th wicket down. Lawson has done the job. 134 for 5 now.
Well, I did say I fancied Lawson from this end. He's got the breeze behind him, it gives him an extra yard of pace, but that was a good delivery. Perfect length, and it just seamed out a little, catching a thick edge, and a nice catch there low down at 3rd slip. So disappointment for Robin Smith, but elation for those Australians.
Beautifully bowled. You know, it looks to me as though Geoff Lawson has suddenly hit his stride and his rhythm coming in from this football ground end.
Well, that's as near a perfect delivery as you can bowl. Luckily for Gooch, he kind of walked at the shot a little bit. If he'd have reached forward, there's every chance he would have got a little edge on that one. Very similar to the delivery that did Robin Smith.
That'll be... Very difficult to pull anything back on that downward slope. Right up on slope. Good stroke, nice timing.
Graham Gooch, one of the most exciting batsmen you could wish to watch. Here today, going to play more a defensive role for England, but occasionally breaking out to play some magnificent shots.
Just broad on the England balcony. There'll be some anxious people up there. 147 for 5 and 43 overs still to go. 5 wickets in hand. Change in the bowling at the football ground end. Terry Alderman. Got to be very close. but not quite close enough.
Great delivery here from Terry Alderman, has bowled so many outswingers in this match, but my word, that one really did swing. The in-swinger hitting just under the roll of the pad. Derek Pringle, a tall man, but doesn't get forward a great deal. But there, maybe the ball just missing leg stump.
Merv Hughes, 2 overs so far. It looks like another 4 for Gooch. That's his 10th.
Hard for bowlers to appreciate that in a situation like this, runs off their bowling don't matter. But Merv Hughes here, having the ball clipped away towards leg stump, or off Graham Gooch's leg stump there. Beautiful timing.
Oh, that must be close. And he's given him. Thought a long time about it, Graham Gooch. Well, down with disappointment, but he's gone. LBW to Hughes for 68, and now England in serious trouble, 153 for 6.
Again, Hughes angling the ball in. You might see a little bit of swing in the air here. Graham Gooch forced a little bit to go back, and the ball clipping the outside of the pad, and it looks as if it's very close to that leg stump. The umpire just has to make the decision, was it missing leg stump or not?
New batsman Philip Newport.
Merv Hughes' towel really up now, going for the bouncer here. Got a bit of bounce too, and took his eyes maybe a little bit off that delivery. Ball banged in and ducks his head there, but in fact does quite well to make sure that his hands and bat are out of the way as the ball goes through.
Australia now certainly not quite on the verge, but certainly well down the road towards a first win in this series. And that's out. Indeterminate shot, little bit of movement, and Australia missing nothing now. It's the end of Derek Pringle.
Derek Pringle won't be pleased with this shot because the ball outside off stump there and just trying to run the ball down to third man. A little bit of disappointment there from Derek Pringle.
Now Jack Russell, the new batsman.
Oh, beautifully bowled. Slanting that ball across the left-handed Jack Russell. And just imagine all those slips lined up there. A little bit of swing in the air, moved on again off the seam. Russell completely beaten. And let me just remind you that the men standing between Australia and victory are Russell and Newport, De Freitas and Foster.
There's the Google again. Beautiful fielding by Heary, the keeper. I think he liked that.
Yes, it always brings a smile on the keeper's face when he has to chase it that far.
Well, if Merv can do it, this will be time to come around the wicket. Just have the batsman thinking about what you're doing, perhaps switch your fielders, bring in a man at silly points, switch him across to the onside. In fact, he is coming around the wicket now. Oh, well caught. What a good catch, and excellent tactics to come around the wicket for Hughes so that Russell had to play at the ball. The ball coming in from that wide angle. He had no choice but to play it. And that is disaster for Jack Russell, triumph for Hughes.
Well, you always felt that if Hughes went round the wicket, it would be much more difficult for Jack Russell to let the ball go, and so it proved.
Well, that'll race away from Greg Campbell. He'll get it before it reaches the rope. Oh, what a marvellous catch. What a marvellous catch. That is the type of catch that produces Test match victory.
Well, another piece of fine bowling by Terry Alderman. Off stumpish, just going away again. Perfect length. Newport had to play, following through with the bat a little bit, and a beautiful catch in the slips there. But fine piece of bowling again by Alderman. He really has bowled well throughout the match.
See that Marsh has got a good pair of hands. He's at wide slip at the moment for Terry Alderman. The widest of all the slips. And there is a gully in as well. Normally Marsh would be there. But I reckon he is one of the best I've seen represent Australia in the gully. And that is as good a catch as you'll see in a long, long time. The first time Terry Alderman has taken 10 in a match. What a time to do it. Where you have the opportunity of winning the first Test match of an Ashes series. That's a lovely shot from Philip de Freitas.
Philip de Freitas loves attacking the ball, and that's his natural game, and it looks as though in this situation he's going to do exactly that. He's not going to defend, he's going to play naturally, and that was a lovely shot there through the onside. High score there, 40. Be lovely if he can hang around here today for England.
Well, he's certainly on the way. Good stroke player when he's going, and there's not much point in doing anything but playing his natural game out there. And that is it. Australia have won the first Test match at Headingley by 210 runs. Philip de Freitas bowled by Merv Hughes, and that is a famous victory. Sent into bat, 7 for 601 in their first innings, and a tremendous win for Alan Border and his team.
Hughes here, great effort, like all the Australians, they really day here. The ball coming between bat and pad, and the end there for de Freitas. The ball just squeezing through, but my word, how well Australia have done today.
That England total in the second innings of 191 is testimony not only to some excellent bowling, but also some good catching, which backed it up, and some outstanding captaincy. 191 with Gooch making 68, 34 to Barnett and Gower, and the bowling for Australia dominated by Terry Alderman. But they all did a good job. Alderman 5 for 44, giving him 10 in the match. 20 overs, 7 maidens to go with those figures. 2 for 58 for Lawson. 3 for 36 for Hughes, who I thought was unlucky in this match and deserved what he got in the second innings there. 3 wickets. The result, Australia won a great victory by 210 runs after being put into bat on the first morning by David Gower. Well, a great match for Australia. They carried all the trumps all the way through after Gower put them into bat. They fielded well, they bowled well, and they batted in outstanding fashion.